Hey, what's up, guys? All right, so we're in the middle of a lot of craziness, and we just wanted to share some updates here on what is going to happen to the gym. And we have a lot of plans kind of going around right now. So I'm going to share this right here. I'm going to go over some of the things that we're doing here at the gym, just so you guys are updated here. And there's going to be some changes, and we want you guys to be aware of these so that, um, and just know that a lot of these decisions that have been made over the last like 6 to 24 hours are product of a lot of just moral responsibility and just doing the right thing. A lot of gyms are closing, so we're kind of like, I feel like we're kind of meeting in the middle here, and see some gyms doing this, which I like. I feel really guilty with making some of these decisions. Being a small business owner is not easy, especially with those especially a business that relies on a lot of people coming in and group interaction. You know, if this is a one-on-one client situation, this would be a lot different. But our goal is to flatten the curve here. And if you don't know what that is, I'm not going to give you an education on what that is. But we want to make sure we do our duty as human beings to spread this. This is uncharted territory that we are getting into, and this is very difficult to process in terms of how we move forward as a small business. I am a dad with 2 kids. I have they're at home, and so that obviously means less time that I can spend here. With that, including the moral responsibility of having to do this just for the sake of keeping everybody safe. It's a lot. It's a difficult decision, and there are things that we have in place. So we'll go over those here. So the first thing is, what is the plan here? So plan A is Nashletics as usual. We're going to keep going Monday and Tuesday, maybe. Plan A. Okay, that is basically everything that is what you know Nash likes to be with the schedule and everything. Plan B is basically limited class sizes or remote coaching. So you would basically have the option to choose limited class sizes or remote coaching. We'll go over those in just a second. Plan C is we're going to have to close off the gym, which really hate to do, but I've seen a lot of gyms do so, where we can loan out some of the equipment. We could also do some remote coaching. We would continue to post workouts that people could do with dumbbells, kettlebells, even barbells and plates, and have you guys do them from home. We'd have to, keep tabs on equipment. That's not a big deal. And then plan D is just close off the gym completely and then do remote coaching only. And we'll go over that in a little bit. So let's start with remote coaching. What is remote coaching? That's fitness and nutrition. Hopefully you guys know that. The reason why you're here is not because you get fitness like sessions. I hope not. I hope you guys understand that you're here because of community, because the coaches help you with certain aspects. There's a structure. You feel like there's a rhythm to your we reach out whenever you're not here. And so we'll provide the accountability and support for fitness and nutrition. We'll guide you along. We'll give you a guided workout plan with or without weights. If you don't have anything at home, or if you want to grab a set of dumbbells or kettlebells, we'll tell you exactly what to get, and we'll give you the structure and guidance to keep you active at home. So that is one option. Keep going, even though you're not at the gym. As we talk about limited sessions, this is what it's going to be starting Wednesday, March 18th, 6 a.m., 9:30 a.m., 4:30, and now 5:45 are going to stay. Those are all going to be coach-led. The other sessions, 8 a.m., 11, 12:30, 3, 4:30, and 7 are all added here because they're basically we're calling them flex session. Not that you're going to flex in them, but you can make these whatever you want to be. It's not open gym, but it is a place where people can get together at a specific time, again, structure, to get with their friends at a certain time, and you guys have 60 minutes to do your workout, okay? So we have to have you RSVP for these. That's one of the biggest components of these is the RSVP thing. So all of these are RSVP, no exceptions. That's the biggest change here. And it doesn't really take a whole lot. Once you do it a couple times, you will get in the rhythm of it and you won't forget. Why is this important? One, to limit class sizes, especially now. Two, to gather data so that later down the line, if we're like, oh man, I didn't realize that our lunchtime crowd was more busy than usual, then we'll add a lunchtime class. Right? To know who's coming, we want to be able to provide good feedback, support, and coaching to you guys. So if we know who's coming, that really helps us a lot. And then, believe it or not, having to RSVP kind of incrementally increases the social community, because you guys can see on the app, which we'll go over in a little bit, who else is coming to class, which is pretty awesome. So we're going to use the PushPress member portal app to register for a session. We'll run through that here in just a little bit. But if you don't already, go ahead and download that. You can literally search PushPress member portal, and you'll get that. The availability to RSVP for a session, this is very important, is 48 hours prior to the start until 1 hour prior to the start of each session. We'll give you an example here. So let's take the Thursday at 11 a.m. session. Thursday at 11. The window to open starts at 11 a.m. on Tuesday, 2 days before, 48 hours before the start of the session. Okay. Then you have until 10 a.m. on Thursday. After that, you may no longer RSVP for it. Okay. So just know that if it's within an hour, then you cannot RSVP for it. Sorry. We got to have a little bit of a heads up here to make sure we have some sort of process. If there are 0 reservations within 60 minutes of the start time, the session is thereby canceled. So here's some FAQs here on RSVPing, and these are important here. Can I just show up without an RSVP? Right now, it's no. It's a slippery slope. If we let one person, then the next person goes. And then the questions will always come up, what if there are spaces open? Well, I guess our counter example of that would be like if the limit is 5, let's say it's at 11 a.m. on Thursday, and 2 people reserve. Thank you for those 2 people who reserved. So that means there are 3 people open. But then 8 more people see that there are those 3 spots and don't decide to reserve. Like, oh, I'll be able to get in. Then all of a sudden we're over capacity. So we got to RSVP, 100% mandatory. Is there a wait list? Yes, there's a wait list. So that means if somebody cancels or removes a registration beforehand, then you are moved up into the reservations, which is nice. And it kind of moves into a queue in that direction. Okay. What happens if I RSVP but can't make it? Please do the wait list a favor and cancel your reservation. It would be very helpful to make sure as many spots as are open as possible. So make sure you do that an hour before as well. Am I penalized for not showing up even though I RSVP'd? Right now, that is not going to be a problem. But if it gets abused and we continually are over and someone can't make it and we're short and we're able to fit somebody in, but it gets out of control, we're going to have a choice but to institute a $5 penalty. You're doing that. What about 6 a.m.? When is the hour or when is the window for that? Same thing, but make sure you guys do that at 10 p.m. the night before. So instead of a 1 hour window, you will RSVP 10 p.m. the night before or before that. So if you register at 9 p.m. the night before, you should know you're already going to 6 a.m. the next morning. So make sure you guys do that. So here is the PushPress member portal app. You'll log in, make sure you use your email and a password. If you do not know what these are, use one of these links here. You forgot them and you'll get them to your email. It's whatever email we have on file. Normally, we only have one email for you, so just kind of make sure that you have the right credentials and you should be taken in. Once you're here, you'll get this nice looking screen here and click this sandwich icon up here to the top left. We're taking away the tablet. So once you're here, your coaches will now check you in. Okay, so don't worry about signing in on the front tablet anymore because that is a potential contamination hazard. So we want to make sure once you click that, you guys should be clicking this classes button. Classes. Nothing else really is much here. All you want to do is click classes so you can RSVP. And then here's Wednesday's schedule. It's already updated. RX Fit, Flex Sesh, 8A, 11A, et cetera, et cetera. Make sure you RSVP. And once you're in there, you can see who's already RSVP'd and you can also remove your registration as well. So make sure you guys do that in advance. Again, 48 hours. So if you're doing this, you can't just RSVP for freaking next 5 weeks in a row because chances are people will get or they will just eat up spaces and that's not cool. What is a flex session? Flex session is a 60-minute session where you can kind of do any of the posted workouts. They're small group fitness. They are limited to 5 people, and they are RSVP only. Again, that's a firm cap of 5 participants. We just got some information from the White House that said that avoid groups of 10 or more. So that's why our other caps are 9, okay, because there's a coach in the class. You can choose from the various posted workouts, RX, Fit, LGN, or perform your assigned individual workout. And I'll go over that in a little bit if you have individual program. Perform the warm-up on the board, and you guys can work out together. The good thing about this is everybody arrives at the same time, and everybody should generally leave at the same time. But the goal here is this is not quite open gym. This is a time where everybody gets together, says, hey, hopefully we can all do the same workout. If not, at least there's 1 or 2 people doing what they want to do, and then they can do that together. So there's a sense of community there. What we don't want is just free flow, everybody doing their own thing. This should be somewhat agreed upon. But again, if you guys want to choose what you want to do separately, that's totally cool. You may have 3 people doing like an LGN workout, or you might have 2 people doing the RX Fit. You might also have 1 person doing their own thing, meaning like their individual program assigned by a coach, and 4 people doing the LGN workout. So just know that there are options there, and it's a start and end time. You guys will have to leave, and you guys get 60 minutes to do all this. So there's an 11 and there's a 12:30. What you can't do is just show up at 11:45 and say, hey, I'm here for open gym and I'm just going to work on through it. Like that doesn't work. You have to leave at 12. Okay. That's why we have selected start times for this. This is very important to make sure that everybody stays on track. Okay. New rules: try to stay 6 to 10 feet apart during any of the sessions, whether that's RX Fit or any of the flex sessions. LGN is currently absent with a coach, but it'll still be a workout to perform during the flex session time. So if you guys can get in and absolutely do these flex sessions, do the LGN. It's posted, and we'll keep that on the screen in the gym. Avoid arriving too early. This is pretty important as well because like our capacity now is really about 10. That can be flexible a little bit, but once we start allowing a lot of people to come in way too early, if you're here for the 5:45 class and it's like 4:45, like that's just adding to too much. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So under 15 minutes within the session time is probably the best. There's a new gap between the schedule, meaning like there's a 4:30 that ends at 5:30, and the next session starts at 5:45. And the reason why is allowing the 4:30 to leave so that the 5:45 can get in, and there's not 20 people in the room. There's only 10 at a time. Hope that makes sense. Please depart the gym before the next session starts. That's going to be important. Very important to make sure that everybody is out. I get it that people have to take showers. That's going to be allowed, but as best you can, try not to like hang around for like 3 hours. I know you guys love the place, but we want to make sure that the capacity is respected during this tough time. RSVP is mandatory. Absolutely no exceptions. We want to make sure that everyone is following the rules here, and this will all be in document format as well, so you guys can make sure you guys are on it. As a bonus here, I'm giving away 8 individual programs. Message me privately on Facebook or whatever. Email me, doesn't matter, mark@nashletics.com. It's a 6-week program, 3 workouts a week, and these are targeted for your goals. So I'm going to write you a ultra-specific workout, and these are things that you can do during the flex sessions. So if you guys want to do that, you guys can do that as well. Feel free to share with a friend with similar goals as well. I'll totally allow that. I'm not going to say, hey, this is just you, but if you and your friend both want to work on your motor, or if both of you want to work on strength, or both of you want to get super lean over the next 6 weeks, I will write a workout for you, and that is free of charge, totally complimentary, but I can only do 8 because they take a long time to write. So I hope this makes sense to you guys. There's a good reason for it. And like I said earlier, a small business is very difficult to navigate in this economy right now. Not only that, but it is also difficult when people are what's called assembling, or congregating together in one place to share a common goal, especially for a good reason like fitness and being healthy. The community is great, and we ask that you guys continue to support the things that we're doing here. And this is not a difficult. This is a very difficult decision, not an easy one to make. And we've tasked our coaches with helping you guys as much as possible during this tough time. And like I said, this is a very difficult time for a lot of us. And we are talking about, like I said earlier, we were talking about the future of the gym and what we need to be doing, how do we get more members and ways and events and all these fun things. And all of a sudden now we're talking about how do we even like not spread this, and what are you going to do tomorrow? So perspective changes quite a bit. And we thank you guys so much. This is very difficult, and as best you can, stick with us. We're going to do the right thing for you. And as best we can, we got to keep our doors open with your dues, and that's just how it happens. And I know that some people are affected by the restaurant industry, the bartender scene, all that kind of stuff. If you have issues or anything like that, come see me, and we can work something out for you. We want to be able to help in that form or fashion, but at the same time, we are a small business. We're not funded by any kind of VC or anything like that. So we want to make sure that we're able to survive this windstorm. It's a very scary time for us. It's a very difficult time. And we want to be able to continue to provide as much value as possible. So thank you guys so much for being an awesome part of the community. Please let us know how we can help, and we will see you guys at the gym. Again, this schedule will be implemented starting Wednesday. So just kind of make sure that you guys are RSVPing for your sessions. Those are going to be super important. Let me get back. Here's our session schedule. Again, we have caps of 9 on those coach-led classes, and then on the flex session ones, caps of 5. That'll allow 36, 56, 61 people to get into the gym each day if we're capped out. Hopefully you guys can find a time, and a lot of people are working from home now, so hopefully you guys can make it in during a lunch session or even an early morning one. Continue to wipe down equipment. I love that you guys are team players. I love that you guys are putting it out there that into the world that we're good people and that we are doing things as a team. I think this is very important. So thank you guys for watching this. Please download that app. Please RSVP for your sessions, and please respect the rules. Please make sure that, like, if we ask you that you're late, that there's a reason why that we need to cap the classes. It is a space issue. We got to keep people apart, and we have to make sure the spread doesn't get any worse. So thank you guys. We'll see you guys at the gym. Bye.